What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news. And before I jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below, slowly getting to 138,000 subscribers. Hopefully by next week, we achieve that goal. Now, for the highlights in this video, I have exclusive details on the Air Jordan 5 Bluebird. As well, new details on the Air Jordan 11 Cool Gray, and a first full look at the Air Jordan 1 High OG Pollen. Now, there's a lot more from Jordan Brand, a solid lineup from Nike, and a handful of things from Adidas. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. Just off the release of the MXT Moon Gray and Sand iterations, we now have details on the Yeezy Foam Runner in Mineral Blue. So just like the other pairs, it features your traditional sculpted lines along with large holes for ventilation. Other than that, the shoes come in Mineral Blue, which runs throughout. Unfortunately, no specific release date, but they are expected to debut in May. The retail price will be $80, and they'll also drop in full family sizing. We also have a first look at the Yeezy 450 Dark Slate. Now, sometime back there was a Photoshop of the shoes, and the Photoshop is on point with what's releasing. A little bit of a different shade of black is used on the upper, almost like a charcoal, and then black is used on the laces, midsole, and outsole. No specific release date for this pair, but they're dropping spring 2021, and the retail price will be $200. Last up from Adidas, we have a first look at the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Lite. So what makes this pair interesting is that it features UV sensitive uppers, so when it's in the sun, the prime knit will change to a shade of pink, which you can somewhat see here. Also, the stripe on the side, it looks like it turns to a dark brown once the light hits it, but when you're not exposing the shoes to light, it's clear. For this pair, we don't have a release date, but they are expected to debut this summer, and the retail price will be $220. Heads up for those that plan on going after the Wasted Youth Nike Sb Dunklow collaboration. Recently, official images leaked, but we do have a release date. Now, you'll be able to attempt to buy on the Sneakers app on April 6th. The retail price will be $110. Continuing our looks at the upcoming Off-White Nike Dunk the 50 collection, we now have a first look at 8 out of 50. Just like the 2 out of 50, this pair features a mixture of cell and neutral gray, but on the laces we have a shade of green. There's also a small label which is done in orange, and on the midsole overlay it reads 08 of 50. Still no release date, but the collection is expected to debut this fall, and the retail price will be $180 each. We have a new Nike Air Foamposite 1 set to release soon. This pair is being called Orlando Home. Now, I'm not positive on this, but at one point this might have been a PE for Penny Hardaway. One thing I will say, this pair is nice. Now, in previous videos I've been somewhat hard on the Foamposite. I haven't really been a fan of any colorways that released, as of late that is, but this pair definitely is nice. So we have white across the Foamposite shell, black leather on the eye stay which wraps the heel, and then we have royal blue down the tongue. Currently a release date is scheduled for April 1st. Now, I believe that the release date may be pushed back. I haven't seen any stateside retailers with this pair on the release calendar yet, but then again, I haven't done a lot of digging, so I may have an update for you guys soon, and the retail price will be $230. Official images of Skepta's Nike Air Max Tailwind 5 in bright blue recently leaked, and I know this model doesn't get a lot of love. However, this pair, at least to me, is very clean. Now, along with the shoes, there's a matching tracksuit and bucket hat releasing, and currently we have a release date which will take place on April 2nd. However, that is for Asia Pacific, Europe, and Greater China. Unfortunately, a stateside release has yet to be announced, and the retail price for this pair is $180. At the time of shooting this video, I saw that End has opened up their raffles for this pair, so if you want an early shot at grabbing them, head over to their app. Another pair that I'm already seeing a ton of hype for is the Nike Sb Dunklow what the P-Rod. So as most of you know, this is a mixture of past P-Rod releases, and instead of releasing it on his signature line, they decided to use the Sb Dunklow. Now, I don't think his signature shoe still releases, at least not new models. I could be wrong on that, but Nike's definitely going for the hype. Obviously, they know an Sb Dunklow will sell a lot better than a P-Rod model. Other than that, I did want to share these new photos, which shows how they look on feet, and unfortunately, no retail price nor a release date, but they are expected to launch this spring. Early on Air Max Day, Nike added some stories to the Sneakers app, which featured Travis Scott. Now, if you click through the stories, you actually got a preview of the Travis Scott Nike Air Max 1. Unfortunately, it's just a preview, and what you're looking at on screen is just screenshots of that story. So they're not the best quality, but from what we can tell, it appears that the shoes will feature shades of gray, red will be used on the laces, and they'll also feature Cactus Jack branding by The Hill. Now, at the very end of the story, Nike said, "Stay tuned for more details on the Nike Travis Scott Air Max 1, including availability and release information." So obviously that's some good news. It appears that a release is coming. However, I wouldn't get too excited yet because some of you may remember for the Travis Scott Nike Dunklow PlayStation, I believe they released only 15 pairs and they really didn't release them. I believe you had to sign up, and if you were chosen, you would get a free pair. I hope that's not the case with this shoe, but at this point we're going to have to wait on Nike. Sadly, there hasn't been any information that leaked. The only stuff we have is from Nike, which is a bit odd. Typically, we would have at least some details on the shoes a few months prior, but hopefully we get more information soon. What appears to be inspired by the Air Jordan Fear Pack, which released in 2013. The Air Jordan 35 Smoke Gray finally has a release date. Now, this pair was also said to be part of the All-Star collection. However, just going over the official images, I don't see anything that stands out. Obviously, the shoes didn't release around All-Star weekend, but I thought maybe that since everything is getting pushed back, that it could still be part of the collection. However, if you are interested in grabbing them, they drop on April 8th, and the retail price will be $175. A couple weeks back, I showcased a first look at the Air Jordan 8 Arctic Punch. Now, the images used was in preschool sizing. Now we have a look at the grade school sizing, so I wanted to share that with you guys. But other than the new images, there really isn't more information. As of now, all we know is that they'll release in grade school, preschool, and toddler sizing sometime this spring. Also, we don't have a retail price, but the grade school sizing pair should cost you around $140. Coming soon, we have a new colorway of the Air Jordan 1 High Switch. Again, this is another loud pair dropping, and they feature cream across the base, while peach lands on the overlays. The pair comes constructed with mostly suede, and then we have black on the wings logo, swoosh, ankle collar, and mesh tongue. Sticking out the most, we have neon on the tongue branding, laces, and zipper. So for those that don't know, you can actually change this from a high into a low. You just pretty much unzip it, and now you got yourself a low top Air Jordan 1. Other details includes crimson on the mini swoosh on the toe, and cell on the midsole and rubber outsole. Unfortunately, there isn't a release date for this pair. They're expected to debut sometime this spring, and no retail price as of yet. Coming soon, we have a new colorway of the Air Jordan 1 Zoom Comfort. This pair is known as Fireberry, and it features a Fireberry hyper pink, white, and black colorway. So the shoes feature black mesh on the upper, while Fireberry lands on the suede overlays. Pink then hits the Zoom Air on the tongue labels and branding on the insoles. The swoosh on the panels is cut out and it has a DIY type fill. And then we have white on the midsole while both black and pink run across the rubber outsole. I know this has been the theme for most shoes in this video, and I do apologize, but unfortunately no release date. They are expected to debut this spring, and the retail price will be $140. Back in December, we saw the Air Jordan 1 Center Court release in the white on white colorway. Shortly after that, we previewed a few upcoming colorways, and one of them comes highlighted in University Red. Very simple and clean shoe. It features University Red on the racing stripe that wraps the heel. That same shade also covers the insoles. We have white leather up top and then cell on the midsole and rubber outsole. Now, for people that are interested in buying, they will release on the Sneakers app on April 8th. The retail price will be $135. More images of the Air Jordan 1 High OG Court Purple recently leaked, and just like I stated on a few different shoes in the previous videos, this will probably be the last time that I showcase them unless new information is available or the images are just so great that I have to include them. Again, I feel like I'm flooding the images on the shoe and I don't want to continue doing that. So for now, this will be the final look for a little bit. And for those that don't know, this is a women's exclusive release. They'll also be available in preschool and toddler sizing on June 3rd. The retail price will be $170. We have a first full look at the Air Jordan 1 High OG Pollen. Now, the pair looks exactly like the Photoshop. We've seen previews of the shoes in the past. This is just a full side look. Now, I'm going to be transparent with you guys. I'm not 100% sure on this, but these shoes actually might be fake. So after posting the images and everything, I was looking closer, and one of the things that stood out to me is the lacing. Now, whoever took the pictures and whoever has the shoes on hand, they could have easily laced them like this. However, that's usually a way when you get a fake shoe, the laces are like that. But that can also be easily altered. Now, there wasn't any other signs that the shoe could be fake. Obviously, the colorway is real, and I am no expert in spotting fake and real shoes, so other than the lacing, everything else does look on point. But I do want to be transparent and give you guys a heads up on that. But we should be getting more images soon, and as for the release details, this pair will drop on August 21st. And the retail price will be $170. Let me know your thoughts on this pair in the comment section below. Over the last several years, the Air Jordan 11 would retail at $220. Now, I know prior to that, the retail price kind of bounced around, but it always went up. Unfortunately, the Air Jordan 11 Cool Gray, the retail price will go up again. So it isn't a substantial amount. Instead of retailing at $220, the new retail price will be $225. Now, that's not enough to break anybody's pockets. I'm sure everybody that plans on getting them will still shell out $225 for the shoe. But Jordan Brand, what they're doing is kind of slick. They know the hype for this shoe. They know they could charge a lot more than $225 and they would still sell out. Let's be real, if these were $240 or $250, a lot of people would still buy them. I think they would sell out at that price. Again, I don't think this is a significant price increase or anything. I just kind of wonder why they didn't do it on the Jubilees, but they're going to do it on the Cool Gray. I mean, I get why. The Cool Gray has a lot more hype for them. They're more sought after. Not putting down the Jubilees by any means, just my opinion. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. I don't think this will change anybody's minds about buying, but I'm curious just to hear your thoughts. Also, the pair will release in full family sizing on December 11th. Last up for today, I have exclusive news for you guys, and it is details on the Air Jordan 5 Bluebird. Now, I did not nickname them Bluebird. Honestly, I was planning on calling them Photo Blue. However, the nickname of Bluebird actually comes from Jordan Brand. That's what they're calling the shoes. Now, this is a Photoshop. Big thanks to Z Sneakerhead Z. Him and I collaborated on this, and I was fortunate enough to see the pair. Not only is this a mock-up, but this is an accurate mock-up. What you're looking at is actually what's releasing. Unless, of course, Jordan Brand decides to change things up at the last minute. However, I don't think that's going to be the case. Now, there's one big flaw on this shoe, and that is that the shoes are a women's exclusive release. Now, shout out to all the women who watch my videos, but I feel like this pair could easily release in unisex sizing. I wish they actually did, and unfortunately, at the time of shooting, I don't know if they're going to be in extended women's sizing. So, to go over the shoes, they come dressed in photo blue, football gray, metallic silver, and white. Blue suede runs across the upper, we have white on the midsole, metallic silver on the shark teeth as well as the tongue, and then football gray on the eyelets. Last up, they feature feature a blue icy translucent outsole. Unfortunately, I don't have a retail price. However, I do believe the retail price will be $190. I just can't confirm that. But we do have a release date, and currently it's scheduled for October 7th. I actually like this colorway a lot. I plan on picking them up, but hopefully everybody else that wants them are able to get their size. At the very least, they should drop in women's extended sizing. But like always, let me know your thoughts down below. And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on SneakerFiles.com and then we take it to YouTube. Like always, I appreciate you guys for watching. And for my next video, more than likely it's going to be the April Air Jordan release dates video. However, I'm not 100% on that. I'm going to see if there's any new shoes that I can go and pick up to shoot videos on. And unless something leaks that's really big, then it'll probably be the release dates video. Be on the lookout for that. Also, if you got a second, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Like always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.